What's happening, people? Population Nation here. Now, yeah, when I first started my channel, it was one to complain about some of the woke nonsense that we've been getting out. Terrible some things are. And also, I wanted to bring to people's attention some good stuff. And one thing I've noticed, especially recently, is younger people, and I mean people sort of between the ages of about 9 and say 25, because they haven't grown up with live TV. They've got stuff on demand, streaming. They just seem to follow trends, follow certain people, and like when I was younger and my older brother and whatever, Christmas would be a big thing. You get a copy of like the TV Times or whatever, and like you get all the movies on at Christmas that you wouldn't normally see. And over here in England, say something could come out in America, it'd take a while for it to be on the cinema over here and then released on VHS or Betamax, and then another year or two before it became on TV. And my father wasn't one of them for taking us to cinema, and he wasn't a big fan of paying to rent out a VHS for us to watch. He just wasn't. So, and like, some movies were a big deal. The whole family would get together, and even some TV series. And I would like to bring to light some of them. And I've also noticed with these youngsters certain sayings that you could say. I'll be back. I'd buy that for $1. Certain things, or that like we'd be used to hearing that they haven't got a clue. It just goes over the head, and with everything being so like watered down as well. So yeah, I wanted to bring to light some, and I think the 80's was the one of the highlights of film and TV entertainment, really. The 80's and say early 90's. I mean, the 80's, what did we have? Star Wars, Aliens, Predator, Terminator, later on Jurassic Park, Jaws, films that children nowadays, young teenagers, adolescents, just simply won't get to see or enjoy. And I've also found with the youngsters, because of the CGI thing, they're so used to it. When you can actually put something on and get them to watch something old when there's like practical effects, they're actually amazed by it. It's really strange. Now, before I talk about this film, I'm just going to quickly play the trailer to it.
We're in trouble, Gary. This is highly illegal.
I wanted to aerobicize. Look at this. It's moving, it's working, it's doing itself. It's working by itself.
Even this trailer wouldn't be allowed to be shown these days. The toxic masculinity and bigotry is absolutely.
What would you little maniacs like to do first?
Yeah, I found the 80's because we didn't have all the technology we got now, and it was a time. I mean, it was only. This was 1985, 75, 10, 15 years from the moon landings. And as you saw, the big floppy disks, you know, we didn't have CD players back then, but it was a time of a lot of innovation, possibilities, and well, yeah, the limitless to what man could create and do. And like I say, I'm just going to quickly mention some of the cast. Kylie LeBrock, I don't remember her, she's Lisa, the lady you saw in the trailer. The two main guys, Gary and Wyatt, they're played by Anthony Michael Hall and Eli Mitchell-Smith. Robert Downey Jr.'s in this movie too. Bill Paxton, yeah, he plays a great part in it as well. Robert Russell. There's quite a few actual actors that you don't see in the trailer that people used to watch TV and movies. Oh, I remember him, and you know, and stuff like that. But I'll just basically break down the plot quickly. So, two guys, they're sort of a bit geeky, nerdy, they're failing at everything, they're not popular, but they basically fantasizing over getting girlfriends, and they decide, you know, Gary talks his mate Wyatt into using his computer to create their own woman, perfect woman, and they somehow hack into like the mainframe to get extra power, and you see him feeding clips into a typical phone call. Gonna have to pause, sorry. Sorry about that, people. Yeah, very important call I had to take. Anyway, yeah, so the design of their own girl, feeding strips into whatever it is, and they don't only want her to be gorgeous, they want her to be, you know, intelligent and everything else. You see the actual bit, they feed an image of Einstein in and that as well. Anyway, they do create her, and basically she's everything and more that they want. She's gorgeous, she's intelligent. For some reason, Americans have always had this thing about the English, how the English language, how English people speak. So she speaks like with an English accent, and basically they go from being bullied and losers, and through her, she brings them out of their, how can you put it, the cage they put themselves in, and Robert Downey Jr. and his mate, who have been making them out to be fools and stuff, they want a piece of the action. And cut a long story short, they end up having a big party, and she makes them popular. The girls that they wanted in the beginning, she sets up a scenario where they end up basically being the hero type and impressing these girls unexpectedly, and in the end Lisa leaves and they get the girls, and that is the end. But along the way there's shenanigans, there's a bit of nudity, bit of rude language. There's a scene involving where they go to a bar and there's black people that are a bit offstandish with them to begin with, but then as they drink and get talking and stuff, and like now you just wouldn't get that. The nudity would be gone. The bit with the black bar and the black people, that'd be taken out. It'd be seen as a stereotype, or whatever, the bit of nudity in it would be taken out. The cast would all be diverse and boring. It'd just be like every bland modern, pretty much non-funny comedy that you get these days. Whereas this is a comedy, it's a coming-of-age movie. It's he's got humour. He's got a bit of love interest. Jokes. It's got the far-out imagination that back in the 80's, like I say, things seemed possible. People were dreaming and seeming and thinking outside the box and that. Yeah, it's a wacky tale of two lads that do something crazy and end up getting the girl. It's a totally fun watch from beginning to end. And like I say, I must have been at about 11 when I watched it with my older brother. Now if they were to re-release it now, they take so much out of it, it wouldn't be worth watching. And like I say, I was 10, 11. It was I know I watched it before my parents split up when I was 12. And the bit of rudeness and stuff like that, it's sort of wrong, but it was not too much. It wasn't going to turn me into a murderer, or I wasn't going to start swearing my head off at everybody, or run upstairs to masturbate, or it just wasn't like that. And yeah, So, good old fun 80s film. Recommend it, and I recommend uh, younger audiences should watch it as well. It's one of them done with political correctness, and I heard somebody the other day they were about DEI. I can't remember exactly what they said, but it says like doesn't include entertainment or something like that. And it's true. If this was remade now, it'd just be the most bland, boring. Oh, we've seen it all before. Uh, when I first watched it, I thought, wow, this is like crazy, wacky, and almost sort of like something that possibly could happen. And I watched it the other night because I was going to make this video about it. And it just brought back good memories of good old times when things were good and fun and we didn't have to tick all these boxes and make everything so predictable and boring. Anyway, people, thanks for listening. Population Nation, please subscribe, please like, please drop a comment. Is there anything from the 80s that you can think of that maybe I might should watch and maybe cover? Anyway, thank you. Goodbye.